Jackson back with you at Song Mentor. In 1989, Greenpeace released an album to raise money for environmental concerns, and Chrissie Hynde of the Pretenders donated the song Middle of the Road to that cause. It's said to be semi-autobiographical and really had a wonderful 60s feel to it. Here's Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders, Middle of the Road. All right, well, this is going to be a little bit of a different lesson. It's hard to capture the energy that Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders put into this song live, or even in that studio version, in a 15-minute private lesson like this, but I'm going to give you all the elements of the song, let you take them away, put them together with your bandmates, and have some fun with this one, and put the energy into the song that it truly deserves. It's essentially a 5-chord song, with a couple of the chords, or one of the chords for sure, played in a different inversion, but here are the 5 chords. You need an A major bar chord. You can play it like this. You can get away with, if you don't do the full bar and you want to just, you can play them here. So A major, G major, so, okay, and then a D major bar chord, and a C major bar chord. Another little cheat here, you can play like this. If you don't want to do the full bar and the full chord, you can just do that, which is first finger barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the 7th fret for the D chord, and for the C chord down on the 5th fret. Now that inversion I talked about is a G chord, as opposed to this G chord, or this G chord. And that's played up here, right there. So what I'm doing there is that in that D chord I already played, which is this one, across the 7th fret, 3 notes, I'm just going to add my first finger to the 2nd string 8th fret, and my 3rd finger to the 4th string 9th fret. Version of a G chord. This is a G, that's a G, that's a G. In this song we need this one at one point in the song, so that's just another little added chord you need. And finally you need an E major. Open, nice ringing open E major chord. Okay, that should be it. Those are the chords you need. Okay, the verse chord progression is played like this. I'm choosing there to play the full bar chords. You can also play it like Chrissie Hynde plays it. And I'll show you what the right hand is doing there, strumming wise. So it's strum, mute, quick up on the A, down on the G, up on 2 ups on the D, up again on the C. Okay, and that'll give you a strumming pattern throughout the verses. Okay, well, let's stick with the verse here, and what I'm going to do, I'll show you the guitar, the running guitar arpeggio part that runs through all the verses, and then we'll put that together with that strumming pattern, add a vocal, and do a picture-in-picture, and show you just how a verse comes to be put together. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to tune down my low E string for the 2nd guitar part here. This is what I'm going to play. And that just cycles throughout the verse. So here it is, slow motion. So I'm open A string, flat note, E note on the 4th string, open D, and then down to the 6th string, which I've tuned down, and 3rd, 2nd, open. Okay. And then I'm doing exactly the same pattern, except I'm moving everything down 1 string. So starting on the 4th string. So same pattern exactly. On the 4th string, open, 4th fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, open 3rd string, and then on the 5th string, 3, 2, open. Okay? That through. We finish the verse with now for this guitar that's tuned down on the D string, we don't want to hit that 6th string because it's going to, when you play A, G, and you can play them here, and it's followed by that upstroke on the open E chord, this. We just want to make sure we don't hit that 6th string because it will sound hideous if I'm playing these chords and hit that 6th note. And that's how we finish up the verse every time. Okay, so you've got the chord progression, you've got the arpeggio. Okay, so we'll put the two together, we'll do picture in picture here and show you how a verse goes. Okay, I forgot to mention that the song begins the way the verse ends. We've got that wonderful drum intro, and then we've got ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. That's how it's going to start. Okay, so we'll try to recreate that for you as well. Here we go. Tuttin, 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 tuttin.
Middle of the road is trying to find me. I'm standing in the middle of life with my pants behind me. I got a smile, everyone I meet. As long as you don't try dragging my bed or dropping a bomb in my street. Hey, come on, baby, get in the road. Yeah.
All right, a couple things to tell you about here. Let's say you don't want to go to the hassle of tuning down your low E string to a D, or perhaps you're the only guitar player in a trio or in a 4-piece band with only one guitar player. The other option there is to leave out those 3 notes on the 6th string and just play the arpeggio like this. Okay, just leave out that bit. It's a lot easier, to be honest with you, because you don't have that constant. You get a little break in there from. So I'm going to do it this way for the demonstration and the lesson. If you choose to leave that out when you play it and just play it, that's fine too. Okay, that's that's what the guitar player plays during the last 4 measures of the guitar solo before it gets back to. Okay, and what he's doing there is foreshadowing what's coming up later with the little 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, which is a really cool part of the song. So it brings the whole band down before it takes off again in the 3rd verse. So it's played like this. Just a simple A chord, D, and then that alternative G chord I showed you earlier. So it's just A, D, and G. 4 times. So now going into that 8 count, it's the same riff, it's just played with a little bit of a different feel. It's like this. Okay, and that goes for 8 beats. The woo comes back in. Everything builds up again. She starts the 3rd verse, and away the song goes. Kicks off with a fabulous harmonica solo, but all the parts, the verses, the guitar solo, the harmonica solo at the end, all move to the pattern of a verse, which we learned and worked on already. So everything you do in this song, as you work through a guitar solo, as you play this little bit, we get back into the verse again. It all works around those cycles of the song that we've talked about. All right, for fine-tuning today, what I want to talk to you about is the subtle differences in rhythm patterns. And this is something to, you train your ear to kind of do and come up with these subtle differences. And the classic example is that the end of the guitar solo where he's playing. Which is the same riff, the same chords as the little 1 to 8 thing. And so, but it's just played with a slightly different feel and rhythm. So as you practice stuff like this, you get a little feel for the subtle differences in things. Even though they may be playing the same chords, it just doesn't sound the same. And to get it right, you've got to work that different feel. All right, middle of the road, Chrissie Hynde and the Pretenders. We'll see you next time on Song Mentor.